The rivalry between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Miami's head coach told me before the game he is so excited because this crowd has been one of their best assets all season. They make every game difficult. When a hard opponent comes in, the crowd rises to their best occasion. And he's been telling the students all week, we need you today. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Hurricanes headed for the ball, and we're ready for action. And he takes this from inside the 5. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
Wide receiver going in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Complete to the left. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
2nd and 5.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, you saw it on that play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw, it's Daniels. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse, the ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Miami! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Florida State. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the point after is good. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for open space. It's Fletcher. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Mensah. Got a man. It's Lofton. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
And for the majority of the offseason, we thought Mensah was going to be starting for Duke in the offseason saga that happened. Obviously, a lot went into it. But here's what you know about Miami quarterbacks in recent history. Cam Ward, the #1 pick. Carson Beck, a lot of experience coming in. Now Darren Mensah comes in. Miami finds the guy. They have to have that spot covered. And Palmer.
Oh, a lot of space. The 40. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Man, how nice is it to have such a weapon at tight end? A guy that can catch the football and make people miss, but right here, break tackles, extend the play, make bigger chunks than what's really there. That's what can really make this offense dangerous.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback keeper.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. The Canes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. DB's right up on the receivers. Run in the red zone. It's Fletcher. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Calls his own number. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Darren Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Well Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback keeps it. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Makes the grab. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Wants to throw it again. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's a little room there. He is in! Touchdown, Florida State!
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that one.
Coming out with it, it's Jacobs. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. The run inside. It's Fletcher. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Through the tackle. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Zings it complete to the right. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Throwing, Mensah. Makes a catch. There he goes. It's a fumble. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Takes the handoff. It's Fletcher. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job of contained by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic, and that's exactly what happened.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's Lofton. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing in zone, I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Got his man on the right. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Headed to the end zone, and he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Canes! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. He'll bring it out. It's Carter. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. A designed run for the quarterback. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. They've got a chance to get out from their own end. 2nd and 6 from the 18. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Blasted as he lets out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain
this in college football, man. Bringing on more and more tight ends, guys that are versatile pieces, and you see it right there, right? You can still throw the football, and now you got to match up with those guys and their big bodies. Nice throw down the field, nice catch. Nice job of using multiple tight end packages for this offense.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here comes the heat. He sacked this defense all over him.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
The Noles line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Here's Mensah to throw. Under fire. They've got him. Great pressure on this defense. Half time as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's start with TCU taking on the Baylor Bears.
The Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go. Complete to the right. Breaks into the open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
All right, defense, got to do a better job tackling here. You cannot allow this running back to hurt you in so many different ways over the course of the game. After catching this ball, there were multiple players that had an opportunity. They couldn't get him down at the ground.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. And as their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short.
That's reeled in. It's Lofton.
Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Half, so in the 3rd quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the defense drags him down.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now on the counter. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Doak. They'll keep it on the ground. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
This shouldn't be a... to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Hurricanes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Going to the run, it's Fletcher. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Noles.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game, and it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all of that athleticism.
Speed and swag, they got it going now. They got the confidence going, and when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field, and that's why you had a big play.
Fires to the wideout. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Looking for a man. It's Daniels. He's taking the shot. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Snap of this drive comes from the 32. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
To the ground, he's got it again. There's a crease. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Using his legs, it's Fletcher. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, putting them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. And it's a sack. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass, it's Daniels. Looking deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Be surprised if they take some more of those.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have time.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. And they'll get him down after a solid return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. Off play action. Here's a heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. A run for the quarterback. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking for a man, it's Daniels. Working that left side. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. A spectacular one-hand grab. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Turning it on. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Now, timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their 1st. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Working on the right. Touchdown Seminoles! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They'll move the tight end. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense in a bunch formation. Running inside. It's Brown. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Second and long here, but objective number one, keep that clock moving. They'll move the wide receiver. And they get him down. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Pulls and fires complete. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
First down for this offense. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. Now facing a third and long. A rivalry defined by wide rights, wide lefts, mascot arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.